Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mint Flips, or I'm a stay-at-home dad and a part-time eBay reseller. And every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. And guess what time it is? It's subscriber giveaway time! Pew pew pew! Pew 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 pew! Noises, laser sounds! So if you hadn't noticed, I don't know why you would, but I did. A couple videos ago, I did the one where I mentioned NC Picker. Apparently, he's got a large following. A lot of new subscribers are from that video. Thank you so much for subscribing. It did very well. I think my thought for doing a ranked tier listing type of thing for resellers, I think that's how it'll start. I'll watch a couple videos of somebody. I'll do some type of content with a thumbnail about them. And some of it will come with what is the reaction to the fans of that channel. And overwhelmingly positive. A couple people, not so positive, but that's fine. You don't have to like everybody. That's why YouTube is the best, because if you don't like my reselling channel, you could find a reselling channel that's exactly like mine, but a different person that you like. It's that great. It's kind of hot in here today. I like it. But either way, that got us to the next subscriber giveaway, 1,800th subscriber giveaway. I think this is the fastest we've gone from one to the next, except for the time I was on Nurse Flipper. I think went through 2 at the same time, if I'm remembering correctly. Very cool, very exciting. Video got 1,000 views in less than 24 hours. That's never happened to me before. So if you would like to get entered into the subscriber giveaway, I will let you know how to do that at the end of this video. Yes, I have to tease it till the end. Hopefully you watch the in-between part and don't just skip, but if you do, it is what it is. Had a pretty good sales weekend too, so all in all, just positivity. We got dumped on with snow. Like a foot of snow, and then it was 45 degrees the next day, and today it's sunny and it's all melted. And then I had a good sales weekend and then a great video. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. First thing going out, let me get in the place where I can actually see. D2, it's a Midland CB radio. D over here, 2. And it's this one back here. It's a Midland CB 75790. And I took an offer. What did I take an offer? $15 plus shipping. Came, I think, in a Mikhail mystery box, so less than $1. That's good profits as far as I'm concerned. Next thing going out, B1C. Oh, okay, that confused me for a second. It didn't have a secondary numbers, which means it's in the tote of boxes. B1C. Gotta take the phone so I can see what it looks like. All right, it's a Monique, so it's in a brownish. Monique Jessica 1213. Actually, it's this one right here. Great. Much easier than I expected. A Monique Jessica 1213 dark brown. Original price, what's on there? $12.80. What did I get? Phone stopped working. Great. Great. $14.99 free shipping. Speaking of phone not working, my phone, I've got an iPhone 11, I think. I don't know. It has the worst glitch of ever. Ever. If I'm on the phone with somebody, like actually speaking to somebody on the phone, the screen goes black, so you don't like touch it with your ear. That's supposed to happen. But when you pull it down, it's supposed to go off so that you can hang up, do other things. Mine doesn't do that. It just stays black. My father forgets, I don't know, doesn't hang up his phone. So my phone will be in a lock screen, just a black lock screen where I can't do anything for the amount of time that he leaves his phone on in his pocket. It is a nightmare. It only happens like once a week, once a month maybe. But when it happens, I'm just screaming into my phone, and he's like, "Are you?" And he'll like pick it up. Hello? It happens every time. Next up, I gotta turn the heat off. It is that good. I love it. Heat off makes me more money because I'm saving money. Next up is a hat. It's a Boston Red Sox 47. Boston Red Sox. It's in the hat tote. And I just listed a bunch of these. I'd got them, and it's this one. There are 2, but they are different, even though they're the same. Same. This one right here, 47. It's technically new, but all the hats I got in a Mikhail mystery box, I think they were on display somewhere, so they weren't worn, but some of them still have like yellowing on the inside, but they have a tag. So I don't know. That's always a little bit of a gray area. Like, yes, it's new, but there is some deterioration from time or sun or whatever. So do you just put pre-owned and save yourself the trouble? Do you put it new and hope that they can tell that that happened? I don't know. But I listed, I don't know, 10 or 15 hats. And that one right there, $22.99 free shipping. And I should have looked a little further. Next up is a hat. It's a Pawtucket Red Sox. And these, if you ever see a Pawtucket Red Sox, or a Pawtucket Paws is the other name, this one right here. This is the Boston Red Sox minor league team. And these minor league teams hats worth more than the major league team hats. My guess is because they make less of them, less available. Boston Red Sox stuff, they churn that out over and over and over and over and over and over again. So for that hat, I must have taken an offer, because it's a round number, $25 free shipping. So the hats, that was great. Shouldn't have been sitting on that inventory that long. And half the stuff that sold over the weekend was stuff I listed last week. I had been running a 25% off sale on all my older inventory. I bumped that up to 30%. I'm trying to move some of that stuff. And like I said before, trying to make sure the markets haven't changed. The economy has changed since I listed most of it. Like, the economy has changed in an extreme way, not like a little bit. Like, some of that stuff was listed when stock market, crypto, all this stuff was to the moon. Housing prices, free money, you know, all those things. So the economy is in a whole different place right now. So trying to flush that out, make sure I'm not holding on to dead inventory. I do reprice my more expensive items, and that's not very often, but I did do that recently with like my top 100 most expensive. But still, people just have less money. I had been working on, I mentioned I ordered the rest of the books to finish, or at least make these complete enough to sell. And of course, when you buy cheap books where it's just a generic photo, what you get is going to be, it's not going to be great. But when I paid, whatever it was, $6 something for 3 books, I didn't expect much. This one, it's okay. I'm not mad about it, but this bothers me. It came without a dust jacket. It didn't say in the listing it might or might not have a dust jacket. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to make a deal about it. I'm just disappointed. Next up, one of the things I listed last week, C1 Nicholson flat mill. I think it's a bastard file. I was a woods class, wood shop kind of guy in high school. I took woods for 4 years. I won an award in my senior year for my quality workmanship, all that kind of stuff. But that always cracked me up. Bastard file. I don't know. I was a kid. I thought it was funny. $12 free shipping. I did take I think a pretty decent offer, but the sell-through rate was not amazing unless they were vintage with a handle or new. And next up, this is one of those things that it might have sat forever if I hadn't done a sale. This was still when the store was, I think, 25% off, but it's on A6 and it's for Norwal. And I'm just gonna grab one for now and grab the rest when I pack it up. Norwal textured wallpaper. I got these at my Salvation Army. I think they were priced together, but they might have been individually priced, like a $2.99 type of thing. But it might have been $4.99 for all of them. That's been listed a long time. But worst case scenario, I paid $10, $15 for all 4 of them. And that's worst case scenario, and I doubt that. I had them listed around $75 plus ship, and they sold on sale $56.24 plus shipping. The textured wallpapers, there's definitely money in it, but it's one of those things where all wallpapers in general, I pick up wallpaper borders a lot because they're usually in a free box or they're like 25 cents at a garage sale. But it's a long tail item, because if you only have one, you have to wait till somebody's trying to replace one in their house, or they have a very small room and they're only doing one wall. It's long tail, but there's money in it. The ROI on new in package wallpaper is actually pretty great. So $56.24, I love it. Something else I worked on this morning is I was going through some of the electronics that need to be tested out these mics, all very cheap. I considered just not even dealing with all of them. This one was okay, but the rest, I mean, very, very cheap. Funny thing, this Blue brand microphone stand, that rhymes, Blue brand microphone stand. It's hard to say too. Goes to this microphone. The stand sells for as much or sometimes more than the microphone with a stand and with the cord that goes with it. And the reason why, because since you asked, is because if somebody wants the stand, they're going to look up for the stand. They're going to look this up. They're not going to price compare, oh, what if I just bought the whole thing, da-da-da-da-da. So they look it up. Mine is, I think, the only one listed right now. I probably should have made it a little more expensive. I think it's going to be listed, because I made all the listings. I just got to take photos and put them on, make them live. But I think it listed at $19.99 free shipping. The microphone, I think, is $17.99 free shipping, which this might be over £1. And if it is, I might not bother. Might put it in the garage sale. Or put it on local marketplace for $5, that kind of thing. I probably should do that more often. When I just need, like this pile of stuff over here that needs a box. I can't believe I'm just throwing stuff on the floor. What an animal. But all these things that I either pulled out of the store or just didn't have enough value to mess with, or the sell-through rate was non-existent, I probably should just take a picture of all of it and say $2 an item and put it on my local marketplace and see if somebody bites, just to not have to move it around. Then they pick it up at my house. I don't have to take it to storage. That's a thought. Will I do it? Who knows? Weird thing. I guess weird's not the right word, but interesting thing. I went to test this, and the memory card that was in it, which it works. I had mentioned I might keep it for doing multiple camera angles. Not going to do that. But the SD card in it is the same size as the one I use, so I will probably clear that out and keep it. But there was stuff on the memory card, so of course I gotta check it out. What is this? And it was 5 videos, all under 30 seconds, of a young man who, it was during lockdowns, went camping by himself in Grand Canyon. Didn't film any of the Grand Canyon, didn't film anything. It was a journal. It was a personal journal to himself. It was, you know, not interesting enough to share. I considered editing it, putting it out on YouTube as like found footage. Maybe it makes it back to him. I don't know. But it made me a little sad because the first clip was him saying, hey, if you ever look at this, you're doing good. Life is good. He mentioned it was the first time like out and about since a breakup. He was young, a teenager, maybe early 20s, but I think a teenager. Either way, it was, that part was a little sad, but if I really want to use the footage, but I don't know what I would do with it. I don't have time for it. I'm not going to do it. But I always check. I always check if I get a camera, video camera, a VCR with a cassette in it. I always check. I've found footage from like our local high school band, and some of my friends were on the stage, got that tape to a friend who never would have had that. You know, this is back in the day where they had a big old VHS camcorder on their shoulder. Once I checked one, and it was Christmas Day footage of a family, and one of the young men, one of them was a friend of mine, and his brother was in the army and died overseas. So got that tape back to his family. I always check. I don't know why. Maybe it's probably because I'm nosy, but when you find that thing where you're like, oh, I think they would really want this, you want to get it back to them. Next thing going out, B1B is a vintage Tupperware Servalier in yellow. This one of the big boys. It's a 636 or is an 836. And I always say Servalier, that's about as good as it gets. Servalier canisters, that's kind of the top. $17.99 free shipping for that one. And this is one of those things where I bet you the lid, let me look it up. I'm going to look it up. I bet you the lid to that is almost $17.99 free shipping by itself. Pretty close. You're talking, for the lid alone, $10.99 to $12.99 free shipping. So is it worth dealing with this whole thing, taking up all that space for the little extra money? And the price difference in the shipping charge is going to be from just shipping the lid and shipping the whole container. You know, that's going to be around $1 difference. So the lid, that's where it's at. I probably shouldn't have listed the whole thing. But then what would I done with it? Just recycle it? Come on. Next up, B3C is Disney Frozen little Elsa and Anna plastic figure. Aha, way back here. These right here. I don't know if this is, but whenever you sell little toys, little plastic McDonald's toys, or whatever, Burger King, or just little figurines, always put, it can be the last part, if there's space, put cake topper. Say I sold something not that long ago. It was like a little vinyl Daffy Duck, and he had like a Letterman's jacket on. It wasn't a cake topper. It was just a little vinyl figure that either came in I think it was actually a Dairy Queen toy. But say somebody's a Daffy Duck fan, but they're also graduated from college. Someone's going to type in college Daffy Duck cake topper. Boom, there you go. Do I know that's why they bought it? No, I don't. But it does help. I know it's made me sales. And for that, $9.99 free shipping. Cost of goods, I guarantee $0. Next up, this one, it's been on the shelf too long. B4, and I'm surprised. It's a vintage anchor hocking B, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you call that? Jadeite. So it's an anchor hocking jadeite. It's like a salad plate or a bread plate. And it's very cool. It's got like a leaf design. I can't believe this has been listed this long. Maybe the shipping I had overpriced or something, because it does seem like it's expensive for that amount of shipping. And this, no, that wouldn't be able to go first class. I checked, because if it was close, something like that, I still would never sell with first class shipping. Even if I could make it first class shipping, it's just too risky. $20.99 plus shipping on that. And I got that. I don't know. No clue on that one. It's been listed a long time. Next up, it's a book, The Rise and Progress of Religion. And it is this little book right here. I'm almost positive. Yes. This book right here from, let me check the date. I think it's real old. I do have it in questions because I think it's rebound, but that is the 1890 edition. There was no date inside. That's why I put question marks. I know that doesn't really, that's not recommended. If you don't know something and you put, like I did, 1890 edition, question mark, that does not cover me. eBay would still consider that I am saying this is the 1890 edition, but I was willing to take that risk, and I had no other way to date it or say generally, you know, I could have said possibly 1800s, but none of that really covers you. So I went for it. I went back and forth with the buyer. I think it was listed for $49.99 free shipping, and I got $37.50 free shipping. The book's cost of $0. Next up, B2 is a Juicy Couture bag. B2, is it this thing? Oh, okay. Geez, that's heavy. Oh, it's a metal plate. Dang, this is heavy. That's a solid metal plate right there. That seems like a lot of extra weight on your neck for no reason. Good job, Juicy. Or Couture. Or is it Juicy Couture is the whole brand name? I don't know. I don't know fashion or clothes or most anything. I assume this is the person that bought it is the same buyer that has been sending me offers once a day for 3 weeks. Ended up settling today or yesterday, $16.50 free shipping. I think they came in a Mikhail mystery box, so cost of goods less than $1. And then second to last thing going out today, B2 is a vintage Walt Disney Needlecraft. And it is not that one, I don't think. I think it's the Mickey one. Nope, it's got to be this one. It's the only one here. B2 Walt Disney Bambi, Pluto, yes, Dumbo, Needlecraft ornaments. I had a ton of these at one point. I bought out an old lady's entire collection of them at a garage sale either last summer or summer before. I can't remember. And I want to say I paid $1 a piece for them. Somewhere in that range, $1 to $2 a piece for them. That one right there, $24.49 free shipping. These are something I'll pick up forever. They're just so easy to deal with. They usually have a barcode or sometimes have a barcode, but either way, it's so simple. You throw it in a poly bag. It can't hurt it. It's, in my opinion, one of my favorite things to list and sell. And they sell regularly because I'm assuming the people that buy that are of the probably older generation or just the crafty generation, I guess. And people tend to do crafts year round. So that's a plus. Even though these are ornament ones, still, if you're into doing that, You don't just take a break for 9 months out of the year. And then the last thing going out is a TCG player order. It is 1 Zamazenta and 2 Sky Seal stones. And that order was, I don't know, $650 or something like that. I ended up this weekend, I was like, okay, let me see how many cards I can list, how long it's going to take me. I listed 250-ish cards. It took me a few hours. It's so easy to use. But the surprising thing was I listed every card I had that was worth listing. I for sure thought I would have more worth listing, for one. And I also thought that I would have just had more cards. I don't know. As I was going through it, all of a sudden I'm like, man, do I have some stash somewhere or something? I don't know. I listed all of them. So that project is done until I come across more cards. So that is, you can't call it passive income because I still got to ship them. I still got to do all the other stuff, but it's listings I definitely don't have to worry about. It's a platform that I don't have to check on. If I get an email says I got an order, boom, I send it out. These ones though, I actually arbitraged from eBay. I was looking to source this card, and then to save money, I went in their store and I picked 25 or so others. And so it went from my mailbox, couple clicks, boom, it was listed, sold a day later. That I will continue to do. It's not huge money, but I'm trying to keep that part of it separate from my eBay business, where the money that I generate on TCG Player, I will reinvest to make more money on TCG Player, and I will not integrate other money into that. That's going to be a slow process, just continued growth. We'll see how that goes. And then I do have one other thing going out. Prizes for Fuzzy Tongue from the Tuesday premieres. In the live chat or in the video will be a giveaway, but you need to be in the live chat to win the giveaway. Nobody shows up, no prizes to be given. And that's only to entice you to be there because it's fun for me. That's it. And one more thing to touch on before I get to the subscriber giveaway is tip of the day. And the tip of the day is buy these. These are simple, bread ties, twist ties in black, not the ones. Let's see if I still have some around here from something else. I probably threw them away so that I wouldn't actually use them. Not the ones from your bread. Don't use those with the words on them. These are cheap, very cheap. And if you don't want to pay for them, what you do is you buy bulk, buy 5 times as many as you need, double what you need, sell the other half, boom, paid for them. Or at least paid for a large chunk of it. And the reason I say that is because, trying to clean up my mess, I'm just making it worse. I was doing some testing and stuff, and I had a laptop, a couple cameras that had proprietary cords for them. So I was ordering those so that I could test the items, which I do without question all the time, because worst case scenario, they don't work, I'll sell the cord. I'll still make that money back, because usually I get a little bit more money than some other people. And because of that reason, do not, hold on, let me see if I can get an example. Do not list things that look like this. Do not wrap cords tightly. Don't do that. It is very bad for the cord. The piece of metal in them, the metal in them is metal. You flex it too many times, you bend it at too much of a flex, too much of a right angle for too long, it breaks, it frays. It makes the device no longer functional, and all it was is you couldn't wrap a cord properly. Do not do that. Twist ties are very cheap. Make it look nice. Like this. This, of course, factory done, but just, it's not much more effort. And I'm telling you, you will make more money. I haven't had to deal with that or give this tip in a long time because I've really slowed down and almost stopped selling large electronics, but that used to be like my main thing. Don't do it. Take the extra 10 seconds to wrap the cord nice, put the twist tie on there nicely, and you will get more money. Because when people are scrolling through, they're like, I don't trust that person. I don't trust that this works. I don't trust that they tested it. And they'll get to the even if they're looking for the cheapest one, they'll get to the one that looks professional, looks nice, and they will pay a premium. Simple, easy peasy. I, on the other hand, didn't care. I was just buying the cheapest one because it's just for testing. That's it. But when I get those, if the item doesn't work and I need to resell the cord, I will rewrap it nicely and I will make more money than the person who sold it to me did. I don't have a link to those in my description. That's, I mean, go find them yourself. Just go find them. I do have links to other things I use in my description if you ever are in need of something you see that I'm using. But let's go ahead and get to the subscriber giveaway. 1,800. So cool. It's so close to 2,000. That's insane. When I get to 2,000, I will let you guys know the secret number. That's always been my goal for subscribers and why that is. I think I'm going to paint the door white and put it on the door. It's important to me. At 2,000, I'll do like a reveal of it. It's not 1 million. I'm not a psychopath. I don't think I'm going to get to that point. That seems like too much work. But yes, the subscriber giveaway, I would like to know why you resell. If you resell. If you don't, well, if you don't, tell me why you don't. If you've thought about doing it, anything like that. But why do you do it? Is it just extra money to go on a vacation? Is it because it's your full-time gig and you don't like having a boss? Is it because you love buying stuff and in order to afford to buy the things, you have to sell some things? I think that's actually a lot of people, even if they're not willing to admit it to themselves. I honestly think a lot of resellers have a problem. They have a buying problem and they just can't stop. So they have to resell, or the only thing keeping them from being a hoarder is that they resell. I think that's a good percentage. I hope that's not any of you, but I'm thinking maybe it is. But let me know why you do it, what makes you tick as far as selling is concerned. So go ahead, leave that in the comments, like the video, be subscribed, and then it may not be next video, but I'll try to have it next video when I pick the winner and say who the winner is. I will try my best to have it in next video. Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other. Just really neat. Hey, little feet. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let go. I'm good at this.